Up next on LionTV, we have Sammy D with the package over the middle school choir concert, Josh Vejar with the package over stress,
and me, Mason Turney, with all your local weather updates. All that and more. LionTV starts now.
Good morning, Fish High School. I'm Parker Staggs.
And I'm Maria Spearn. Welcome back to another episode of LionTV. Let's get into some announcements.
Please check the lost and found in the West office for any coats, lunch containers, or other items that you might have misplaced. Any item not claimed by January 17th will be donated.
Now, Sammy D has some coverage over the choir concert that took place December 9th.
Tell us about that choir concert.
The middle school's annual choir concert is a big event that draws many people. We are at this year's to check it out.
I'm the choral director at Southwest Middle School and Off Junior High. About 220 6th through 8th grade students went into it. And at the end of the day, all I do is wave my arms. It was all their work, their voices, their talent.
Choir concerts are very prolific, with many occurring throughout the year.
So there's 4 a year for the 6th graders and all that other stuff. For the 7th and 8th graders, the high school choral program has a concert tomorrow, and I'll be the accompanist for that. The orchestra program here in Searcy Public Schools has their big 6th through 12th grade concert Thursday night.
In order to perfect their concert, the choir has to go through much practice and hard work in order to get a great end result.
Yeah, better how I can teach, how to practice getting on and off stage, how to connect better with them so that as I'm directing, we make more genuine music. For the 6th graders, there's one every 9 weeks. For the junior high students, it's a little more convoluted because we have all region auditions and a concert with that, and Veterans Day, a Christmas concert, contest in the spring called CPA, and then a spring concert at the end of the year.
Instructing choir provides Mrs. Smith with a great learning experience.
I'm only in my 2nd year of teaching. I learn more than they do.
As you can see, a lot of work goes into making the students perform correctly and making the concert perfect. Let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Sammy, for that insight. I sure am proud of our choir and their hard work.
The FBI is offering the Future Agent in Training program. You must be 16 to 19 years old by April 10th, have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and be willing to travel to Fort Smith on April 10th, 17th, and 24th for the program. You cannot be involved in any criminal proceedings, not including traffic violations. Interested students can pick up information in the Guidance Center.
Senator John Rogers has introduced a bill to the state legislature that would ban cell phones for anybody under the legal drinking age. The senator, looking to make a point about the cell phone use, is calling for people under the age of 21 to face $1,000 fines and jail time if they are caught using the devices.
Let's take a break from announcements to look at this week's weather with Mason Turney.
Good morning, Searcy High School. Today you will have thunderstorms. Your high at 69 degrees. Rain at 80%, winds going west-southwest at 8 miles per hour, humidity at 88%. Your sun rose at 7:15 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight you will have thunderstorms, a low of 37 degrees, rain at 20%. Your winds are going north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Your humidity is at 78%, and your sunset will be at 5:17 p.m. Now on to the almanac. Your average high temperatures for this month are 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Your lows are 27 degrees. Your monthly average of precipitation is 3.57 inches, and your month to date is 3.55 inches. Now on to the 5cast. For Thursday, you have partly cloudy skies, a high of 47 degrees, a low of 37 degrees, a 20% chance of rain. For Friday, you have light showers, 49 degrees is your high, 48 degrees is your low, 60% chance of rain. For Saturday, you have AM showers, 58 degrees is your high, 30 degrees is your low, 20% chance of rain. Sunday, you will have partly cloudy skies, 45 degree high, 26 degree low, and 0% chance of rain. And on Monday, you will have partly cloudy skies, a 42 degrees high, a 21 degree low, and 0% chance of rain. Well, for this next week, it looks like that we're going to have some rain, but then it's going to clear out by the end of the week.
Sounds good to me.
I'm ready for lunch. This is going to have anyway. For lunch tomorrow, we'll be having popcorn chicken, dipping sauce, grilled turkey, bacon and cheese sandwich, sweet potato crunch, seasoned black-eyed peas, whole grain breadstick, applesauce, milk variety.
Dozens of American fighter fighters who arrived at Sydney International Airport this week to assist in battling a series of devastating wildfires were met with cheers from a crowd that had amazed at the terminal. The National Interagency Fire Center in Boise, Idaho said the firefighters from the U.S. that arrived Thursday will join the 159 already in Australia. It's the largest ever deployment of American firefighters abroad.
The director of Crawford Sebastian Community Development Council in Fort Smith says up to $200,000 may have been stolen from the organization that provides financial assistance, housing, and food to the needy. The Times Record reports that CSCBC Director Mark Baker said improper voices had been submitted for vendors that had already been paid. Fort Smith Police spokesman Eric Mitchell said an investigation into Baker's allegation will likely begin Monday. Baker said he contacted the FBI because the funds include money from 2 federal grants, but was referred to Fort Smith Police.
Now, Josh Vejar has a story for us over stress students deal with.
One common issue among students is lack of sleep. Could this lack of sleep be caused by school-related stress? We asked Searcy High School students about their after-school schedule and workload.
After school, I either do my after-school activities, but then as soon as I come home, I focus on homework.
As soon as I get home, I just start working on homework or I read. Usually have about an hour to like an hour and a half of homework.
Typically, I have like 2 hours worth.
For many students, their after-school schedule can be hectic. So what would these students do with more time?
During classes, I wish I had more time to focus on homework so I could get more of it done.
Sodium. If I could have more time, I think I would sleep more because I feel like kids we don't get enough sleep.
Research shows that to be healthy, high schoolers need 9 to 9.5 hours of sleep each night. But according to most students, that is far from reality.
I try and get in bed by 11. That doesn't happen most days. And I'm up by 6:30. I probably go to sleep at about 11 or 12 about every night.
According to these students, the struggle is not just personal, but an issue that many seem to deal with.
I can't even give you an average, but I'll hear I'm tired or I didn't get enough sleep last night. It's everybody.
Oh, like pretty much everyone. Like high schoolers don't sleep anymore. It's not a thing.
Stress and lack of sleep are problems that can be solved by the patience and understanding of teachers. We have high hopes that these issues will be resolved in the near future. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Josh.
Let's send things over to Bethany Ellis to find out what's happening in the world of sports.
Good afternoon, Searcy. For your local sports, last Friday your varsity girls played Paragould and sadly lost 34-44. However, your boys won against Paragould with the result showing 59-34. However, the game was called due to condensation on the court and the scores were kept final. The Searcy wrestling team placed 4th at the Searcy Duels this past weekend, and your girls and boys wrestling team will be going against Phoebe and Maumelle at Searcy on January 16th at 6 p.m. Your boys and girls basketball team will be going against Marion at home at 6 p.m. on January 17th. And finally, your League of Legends eSports team competed in the second round of the playoffs yesterday. We spoke to Holden Jones to see how they prepared for the big match.
My responsibilities as captain is to kind of lead the team, not only in practice but in games as well. I'm the shot caller, which basically means I choose when we go for what during the games. And I'm also in charge of improving the team as a whole and individually as players. Tuesday we play against Don Tyson School of Innovation. Right now we're in the second round of the playoffs, and we'll have a playoff match every Tuesday as long as we win. We hold practices at least once a week for about 2 to 3 hours, and that's usually, you know, mock matches against random people online, and we really, we just focus on, you know, working as a team together, and we also have individual practices working on our own individual skills.
We do not yet have the scores from the match, but we will let you know soon. Going into college news, LSU knocked Clemson off its title perch and did it in a record-breaking showing. The win marked LSU's first title of the CFP era and its first national title since winning the BCS crown in the 2007 season. Burrow, who broke Hawaii quarterback Colt Brennan's pass touchdown record, finished the game 31 for 49 for 463 yards and 5 touchdowns. Biletnikoff Award winner Jamar Chase had 9 catches for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chase's receiving yards are the most by a player in a title game in the BCS CFP era. In national news, the Grizzlies beat the Warriors 102 to 122 on Sunday. That same day, the Packers beat the Seahawks 28 to 23. Looking towards the Olympics this year, the bed frames in the Athletes Village at this year's Olympics will be made of cardboard, sturdy cardboard. Those beds can stand up to 200 kilograms, explained Takashi Kitajima, the general manager of the Athletes Village. And closing out our national news, Tiger Woods spent his weekend serving as a caddy for his 11-year-old son, Charlie, at a 9-hole junior tournament in South Florida. That's all I have for you today. Let's send things back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bethany. That wraps up today's episode of LionTV.
Don't forget, if you missed any episodes, you can go to our new YouTube channel, Searcy High LionTV.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at LionTV and on Instagram and Facebook at Searcy LionTV. Signing off, I'm Parker Staggs.
And I'm Maria Spearn. See you Friday, Searcy.